Hello, how you doing? Good evening. My name is Cantu. I represent a law firm established and based here in South Texas, in McAllen, Texas. I'm a specialized labor attorney, which more or less we kind of I kind of practice international labor matters. Uh, like I said, I'm in charge of the labor department from a law firm that is called TCA Law Group. Uh, you can check our webpage, tcalawgroup.com, and you can send me your comments through this channel, or you can send me a text message. My cell phone, it's been provided already, the title and the description of the channel. And also, you can um, send me any type of questions through text message. My cell phone is 956-207-1584. Okay, this is the first time that I'm doing a live presentation podcast. And the reason why I'm doing this is because there's a lot of confusion going on foreign, what is considered foreign employees that are doing job activities and performing job activities in Mexico. This means that you have to understand that we are operating on the Maquiladora program, or what's called IMEX program. We have an international treaty signed by Canada, United States, and Mexico, which is called the USMCA, United States Mexico Canada Agreement. In Mexico, it's called TEMEC, Tratado de México, Estados Unidos y Canadá. Okay. Once again, the reason why I'm doing this video is because there's a lot of confusion going on these foreign employees that they don't know how to react with all the consequences from the COVID-19. I mean, there were a lot of wrongful termination. There were a lot of they let go a lot of employees, and unfortunately, people that were hired in the states from the United States and from other countries, they believe that since they were hired in the states, it was only work at will. Of course, you have an employment relationship that establishes all the employment conditions, all the obligations from both. I mean, I'm talking about the company and as well as the employee. But this doesn't necessarily mean that if you do job activities or perform or at least benefit the subsidiary company in Mexico, that it's been established in Mexico as a maquiladora, what they don't know, or what you don't know, is that you're fully protected in Mexico by the Mexican Constitution, the, the other law, it's a Mexican federal labor law, and other related laws. Which means that there's a lot of people. I'm talking about the employees, and there were a lot of employees that they just basically signed what is called a U.S. release agreement or separation agreement or whatever document it was provided by the corporate reps. Now you gotta understand that attorneys in the United States, they're gonna try to tell you that you don't have any rights in Mexico because here in the states they don't have to pay you anything as long as they don't commit any kind of any type of harassment or discrimination or any type of that. Just keep in mind that I'm not just giving you an advice. You have to call us, and eventually I'll get into details with respect to your case. So this channel is not with the intention of giving you a legal advice, so you can do whatever you want or whatever you understand from this channel. Now, continue with the labor side. A lot of employees, they already signed and they waive the right to file any type of legal action against the company in the United States and or Mexico because he or she consider their employment relationship in the United States. And I understand that the employment relationship is uh, it was set here in the states, but just by crossing the border every day and performing job activities to benefit the company in Mexico, it gives you all the protection by the Constitution, which means that if the employer, in this case, the company established as here in the United States, they have to provide it with the severance package if they don't have any reason and any other type of cause to terminate the employment relationship, which means that you're entitled to a severance. Now, imagine how many people sign the release agreement, how many people sign the termination letter without consulting a Mexican attorney, and at the end, they probably were. I mean, they probably work for the company in Mexico for I don't know more than. It doesn't matter about the timing, but I mean, it gives you a lot of seniority when you try to calculate your severance package. Now, assuming that a lot of employees they lost their jobs in the United States, and consequently in Mexico, and at the end they did get, I mean, they didn't get paid a severance package. They didn't pay a 90 days period, the 90 days of salary, proportional benefits, and we're talking about the vacation bonus, Christmas bonus. Uh, they didn't get paid the seniority premium because they're under the argument that they were hired in the United States and it's work at will. And like I said, I understand that it's work at will, but still you have some rights or many rights in Mexico that they don't even know. I mean, you don't even know. So, which means that you can file a petition at the Mexican courts. You can serve the company and whoever might be responsible of the employment relationship. You already know that you were hired in the States, but still you have someone that is going to be jointly responsible in Mexico. And also they're going to be jointly responsible in the United States. So it makes a lot of difference. I mean, I've got cases where the employee, I mean, were offered, I mean, he or she was offered, I don't know, 2 weeks of salary, or even a month, or 2 months of salary. It's not the case. What I'm telling you is that that the same person would have gotten a lot of benefits in Mexico, but they didn't know at that particular time. So what I'm telling you is that you have to understand, you have to realize that it's not that we're gonna treat you as a Mexican. I mean, we in Mexico, the Constitution was written in a way that we're gonna treat anyone, regardless of where they were born, hire, or live, or whatever, as long as they touch base. In Mexico, you're protected by the Mexican Constitution. Now, with respect to a labor or an employment relationship, now it's kind of makes it a lot of different because it benefits a lot to the employee in the event a wrongful termination is performed. Which means that if you work for the company for 5 years, 10 years, you're going to use your last salary to calculate your severance payment. Which, by the way, if there's no cause for the employment termination, the employer has to pay you 90 days of salary based on your daily integrated salary, plus your proportional benefits, plus whatever you accrue as a seniority premium, and also you're gonna get paid 20 days per year work. Okay, it has a cap with respect with the new reform, with the new law that we are currently use, but still it makes a lot of difference. Now, uh, I'm gonna provide you with my information. You already have my email address, which is Cantú at TCA And also, I'm gonna provide you with my um, cell phone. If you can send me a text message through WhatsApp or regular text message, my cell phone is 956-207-1584. Once again, my name is Angel Cantu. I represent TCA Law Group. You can go to the webpage is tcalawgroup.com. Okay, I hope I'm gonna continue doing this type of podcasts or live streams or whatever it's called. So if you can send me your comments, questions, and I can tell you, I've got lots of clients that at the beginning when they came to my office, they didn't know anything about the laws in Mexico. And I'm here at the border helping companies to prevent any economical exposure in the future if they perform terminations without knowing that the employee is fully protected in Mexico. So I represent employers and I represent employees. And I understand that you might have a lot of questions that I can answer you right away, but still every case has to be treated differently. So do not make the mistake of signing any document, even though that they provide you with the document saying, okay, we're gonna give you 7, 14, 21 days, and even 45 days so you can consult with an attorney, with your wife's relative, this and that. Do not sign it. You have the right to ask the employer, okay, you are giving me this document right now. I'm not gonna write it. I'm not gonna sign you as a receipt. I'm just gonna get it. I'm gonna go to my attorney, my wife, your spouse or whatever, and so you can get you can consult with someone that specializes in this matter. It makes a lot of difference. And to tell you the truth, I've got very difficult cases, and at the end, we eventually settle with companies because they know that they are not complying with the laws, with, even though that they are part of the international agreement, which is the USMCA. There's a chapter that's specifically established in detail, and they also have the Mexican Constitution, Article 123, Section 8, as well as the Mexican federal labor law and the Mexican Social Security laws and this and that. But at the end, you're fully protected by the Mexican Constitution and all related laws, and you'll get a severance package based on what you accrue for all the time that you were working for the company. So once again, my cell phone 956-207-1584. My email address it's a Cantu, he is an angel, Cantu, Cantu at tcalawgroup.com. And you can also look at the webpage, it's tcalawgroup.com. Once again, I'm going to continue doing this type of uh, broadcast, and I'm going to talk more later on about the human rights and also about the what it's labor compliance. I can tell you that there's a lot of things going on that they're not. I mean, companies that are not complying, and we're gonna do this to support you guys. I'm talking. I mean, I also advise companies as to how to approach any type of these matters, because, like I said, we are trying to prevent an economical exposure in the future. You have to comply with all laws, international treaty. You have to comply with everything. If companies they don't want to comply, eventually they're gonna suffer the consequences in Mexico because they're gonna have a final judgment where they have to pay this and that, and it's gonna be costly for them. And I can tell you that, for example, if you're working for a company, you expect to have a career within the company. I mean, what you expect from the company is to pay you in the event the economical situation or the financials from the company doesn't go well, but still you get to get paid for everything that you accrued within the company. Okay, I'm gonna post another video later this week, and if you have any comments, questions, concerns, whatever, just let me know. I'm 24/7. In the event that I don't answer, it's because uh, just send me an email, and I'll get back to you. Okay, thanks. Bye bye.